Hello and welcome everyone to another StarCraft 2 England cast. Today I have got a game between LaZ and DreamBunny. So Bunny is playing as the blue Terran player in the top right, and we have got LaZ as the red Protoss player in the bottom left. The map is Antigua Shipyard, and this is going to be a T versus P. Terran v Protoss, and boy am I looking forward to it. Now Antigua Shipyard is a fun map. The third base is quite easy to take, purely because, I mean, it's not much harder to hold this area than it is to hold this area. So you see a lot of players just pushing out. It's also it can be quite difficult to hold your natural base though early on in the game, especially if your opponent puts on a lot of pressure, purely because just holding this area up here, it's just such a lot of space for them to just march up. And I mean, for a Protoss player, it takes quite a few force fields to kind of block that off completely. And I mean, there's just a lot that can go on, so this should be super good. I'm looking forward to it. And we will see both players going pretty straight up at the moment. Nothing crazy, nothing spectacular happening as of yet. This was played on the... what server was it played on? I can't remember. It was played on a server. It's a ladder game, and they were... one of them is a Grandmasters player, the other is a Masters player. So, I mean, this is top quality game, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, just the barracks coming down now, so everything is still pretty damn standard. A gateway out. Neither player really wanted to push the boat off just yet, which means I have this annoying period of time, which all casters get when players decide to go for the standard route of you just have nothing to talk about for quite a while, and you're just kind of sat here just kind of waffling on, and no one really likes it because you don't even know where to put the camera. And I don't know why I'm telling you all my problems with casting, but seriously, in this kind of space I really need to think of something to do other than kind of... I discuss the map so often and the advantage and disadvantage. I mean, this pylon's placed here just so one for vision. You could also get a bit of a warp in on the low ground there, and it's all pretty cool. Now this probe is going to scout the wrong way, which is a bit unfortunate. A command center being morphed into an orbital command here. One gas down for LaZ. He's also got his cybernetics core on the way. Neither player has expanded yet, so no fast expands are going down. Having said that though, here goes Bunny and drops the command center. So as I was saying, Bunny's going to be going for the fast expand here. I did not say neither player were going to do that. And this Marine will just deny that probe going up there, because Marines are awesome. Because, I mean, they just kill everything. Meanwhile, if we just take a look down at LaZ's base, he's, well, getting a Zealot out. He's getting his Cybernetics core, getting another pylon, and just playing very standard, not expanding though. And I mean, that probably indicates there's going to be quite a lot of early pressure coming out now. And a bunker is on the way for Bunny now. A bunker's a good play here. It will kind of just prevent the Protoss player marching up without taking too much damage, and should make this okay to defend. And I mean, if Bunny holds off that natural base, he's in a great spot, because still no base even started yet for LaZ, and obviously Bunny is already 3/4 done with his own command center. And there's this one probe sitting here which makes me a bit suspicious. Warp gate tech is on its way, and the chrono boost will be interesting to see if it does go off on it, but surprisingly not yet. There we go. So a chrono boost does go off on that cybernetics core, and here we go. LaZ is now finally taking his expansion here, and I mean, it's a long way behind. I mean, Bunny's is already finished, so obviously that is quite an economic advantage. 2 more barracks being added on. The first gas only just now being taken for Bunny. Still only 1 gas for LaZ. A second gateway on the way for LaZ as well, and I mean, both players just playing quite passively at the moment. There is 1 Stalker and 1 Zealot here though, and this probe coming up to this position is saying one thing to me. It's going to be a pylon down here for warp-ins, and just Marines loading up into that bunker. More Marines on the way. No tech lab, so he won't have any Marauders, which means Stalkers could be very effective. And there we go. There goes that pylon for the forward warp-in, and this could be a lot of pressure coming on very quickly. LaZ is supply blocked though, and that's less good than you want it to be. And that probe does go down. The Stalker does get a couple of hits off on that bunker, but nothing absolutely major as of yet. That pylon has now just finished. Still only 2 gateways, a third on the way though, and I mean, a third and a robo, so 3 gate robo, and it was kind of a 1 gate expand, which wasn't too bad. Meanwhile, obviously, Bunny is doing pretty damn well. If we take a look at the work count, they are pretty much equal though, so it doesn't really matter too much. LaZ is behind slightly economically because his natural base has only just got up, and we will see a warping coming up here, and the 1-1 upgrades starting for Bunny as well. So getting double upgrades for his infantry. Obviously upgrades make a hell of a difference in the mid and late game, so starting them early is a very, very good use, and that's why we see so many Marines, because all of his gas pretty much went down there. Stim just on the way now, the robotics facility finishing up the LaZ as well as I speak, and it'll be interesting to see whether an Immortal comes out of that, an Observer, or a War Prism, but who knows, only LaZ does, he may not even know himself yet. But we will see a lot of units getting warped in here. I mean, we're still on 3 gateways only, so we are going to see some movement forward. A great use of Guardian Shield, obviously, really helps against Marines. And here we go, just moving up. SCVs are being pulled. That bunker goes down straight away. Some good force fields going off there, but because of the forward move, everything is in range of those Marines, and I mean, this is going to get cleaned up by Bunny. And if we take a look at the loss tab, only 3 workers killed by LaZ, but he took significant losses, over 475 more resources killed by Bunny than LaZ, so LaZ is a bit behind in terms of what he's lost, and those Marines have just been really, really good at defending this ground, because Marines are good units. 1-1 is going to be done soon. Still no sign of even a forge for Bunny as of yet, and it was just an Observer coming out of that robotic facility, nothing else as of yet. 2 more gases being taken out for LaZ. Meanwhile, Bunny has got all 4 of his gas, and this second bunker is looking like it's actually going to stay up, so that's pretty good. And Clown, not quite sure why LaZ is being a bit BM, but that's fine, no one has to judge. And here we go, we will see a robotics bay coming out. That is a very, very early robotics bay, so that's just going to be going straight in for those Colossus. A second tech lab on the way, so 2 more orders being built. Also a factory and starport being built. Now reactor being built, so we're probably going to see medevacs come out pretty damn quickly. Nearly missed a little push up there, but nothing did come of it. Also the armory on the way as well for Bunny. Now that bunker is looking pretty damn safe though, to be honest, and the sentries have been pulled back, and a second Observer coming out now for LaZ. Also a double forge, but I mean the 1-1 upgrades already finished for Bunny, and I mean no upgrades even started yet for LaZ, so Bunny is ahead in terms of upgrades, starting 2-2 straight away. Stim is finished, combat shield is about half done, and here we go, we are getting double medevacs out probably very, very shortly, which makes that infantry of the Terran army so much more effective. And this pylon is unfortunately going to die a horrible death. The first Colossus is on its way for LaZ now, getting extended thermal lance as well. And I mean 1-1 upgrades are also coming, but the 1-1 upgrades for LaZ are kind of behind the 2-2 for Bunny, but obviously don't take as long to finish. So for a brief period of time they will both be on 1-1, and a third command center on the way now for Bunny, so he's looking to expand again. DreamBunny is just playing this amazingly well, just very, very structured, very, very clever, and that's what you really need to do. And this factory just coming out to scout to see if this third base is down yet, but of course it isn't, because LaZ decided instead to get very, very fast Colossus. His first Colossus is now out, and it does look like Bunny is just going to start moving forward, and this is actually quite a scary army, obviously, with 1-1 finished, 2-2 on the way. Stim and combat shield are down, the medevacs there as well. A scan does go off just to see what's there, so knows that Colossus is in play, and the second Colossus should finish just in time. Thermal lance should also finish just in time for this push, so this could be deadly, deadly close. There comes the second Colossus, using the high ground very, very well, but obviously the medevacs will give vision of the high ground, and I mean the splash damage from the Colossus will be essential here. And instead, great stim forward though, and the force fields were fantastic as well, pinning off a lot of that army. One Colossus does go down though, the second Colossus doing absolutely huge damage, and I mean LaZ has got to be careful with his defense here, and he does seem to manage to do it. And the great use of those medevacs just lifting up onto the high ground here, trying to take out that second Colossus. Obviously Bunny just wants to keep that Colossus count down, because Colossus splash damage does huge damage to a Terran infantry army, and it does look like LaZ has defended this so far, taking his third base during this, and that is exactly what he needs to be doing. Expand, 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 because all of the mid and late game of StarCraft 2 is about expansion management, both taking your own and preventing that of your opponents. And we're going to get 2 more barracks, 2 with tech labs, 1 with a reactor, and we have got +1 ship weapons on the way for Bunny, so double Vikings are on the way to deal with those Colossus ASAP. That third base coming down now. 1-1 is just finished for LaZ, and obviously 2-2 is finished for Bunny, so Bunny has still got that upgrade advantage. But I mean this is a big push coming in from LaZ, and Bunny has to be really, really careful here, or he could get a lot of problems. This factory coming in to scout though, and be interesting to see whether that is taken down. One medevac does go down to those stalkers, and to be honest, Bunny is got to be careful here, but there's only 2 Colossus here and there are 4 Vikings already, so this could be quite effective. He's just got to be careful not to lose anything, and I mean LaZ has also got to be extremely careful not to lose anything. A couple of volleys come off from those Vikings already. One of those Colossus actually on quite low health anyway, so LaZ just got to be careful not to lose anything here. Meanwhile, we will see this factory is just going to land. But it's going to get blocked by the probe, so going to have to go somewhere else if it does want to land, and just blocking off that gas there, and I mean that's quite nice. It just prevents the probes easily mining that gas. Meanwhile, we will see LaZ just getting out more Colossus, also getting on the Gravatic boosters, so not something you see too often in a game, but it's all very, very good. Meanwhile, that factory is going to die a horrible, horrible death. Where is it even coming down? There you go. So observers will be going faster very, very soon, and only up to 4 Colossus. So to be honest, I'm slightly worried for LaZ because that Viking count is getting awfully, awfully high for Bunny. He's got a good army. He has even got 3-3 on the way now, 2-2 on the way for LaZ. This third base up, another command center being built, will probably be made into a planetary fortress to defend this area. And here we go. LaZ is just no, he's not going to move forward. He is. He isn't. No, he isn't. And I mean, I think that's wise. You don't want to push out too early, especially when your Colossus count is quite low. Charge is only just now coming out for those Zealots. Obviously essential to close the distance between the Terran army and the Zealots. And I mean, upgrade wise, this is just fantastic upgrades going on. The Mobius reactor coming down for the medevacs, and we have also got ship weapons +2 on the way. Some ghosts coming out, obviously EMP great against shields. And here we go, Bunny just moving forward, and those Colossus are looking awfully, awfully weak against all of those Vikings, hiding the UI so we can see all this glorious battle. And one Colossus down already. A great EMP does go off there, and the Colossus are not looking happy at all, and that infantry is just plowing through this here, and all the Colossus are down, and there's a whole load of smiley faces, and LaZ has left the game. I've never seen someone so happy to lose, but Bunny just played that amazingly, getting the Vikings in response to the super fast Colossi, and wow, great, great game. Bunny really dominated that, so well done to him. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please follow me on Twitter. Leave me lovely messages or constructive criticism. Either way, I like them both. And tune in again. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.